magic of what
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster.
Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone.
Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married three-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite ServPro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
there's a look at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. Nope, we're not here for football. We're going to pan across the parking lots and bring you into the BSC Aquatic Center on the campus of Bismarck State College, as our PSP broadcast will bring you Century High School and Mandan High School, a swim and dive duel this afternoon on the PSP network. Hi again, swim and dive fans. Todd Domres joining you from our PSP network broadcast booth as we get set for the Magi and the Patriots. Minot High's the class of Class A swimming. They're undefeated in their duels. They've won every invite that they've been in. And the Century Patriots nipping at their heels, trying to get at the level that the Minot High Magicians are at. Century 7-2 in their duels. These two teams, oh, by the way, have combined for the last 10 state Class A boys swim and dive championships. So this should be a good one as we get set for action on the PSP network this afternoon. Take a timeout when we come back. We get a chance to catch up with the coaches as our Shields pregame show rolls on. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion. Mike Porter's the head coach for the Century Patriots. He's got parent-teachers conference, so we had a chance to visit with one of his assistants, Troy Zander. And then after that, we'll catch up with Jake Solper, the head coach for the Minot Magicians. Troy Zander's next as our pregame rolls on here on the PSP Network.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
We're back in our Shields pregame, and Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion. Mike Porter is occupied this afternoon, so we get a chance to visit with assistant coach for the Century Patriots, Troy Zanders. We get set for Century and Minot, the duel tonight, as we're kind of in the dog days, so to speak, of the season here. What's been happening recently, and how do we get ready now for some postseason swimming?
They're in the end of the season where they are coming off their highest yards of the season, so the boys are really broke down, and from this point we start finishing up with a few meets before we get into WDA and state, and what we'll do between that time is start resting them up and do a little bit more sprint work, bring up their speed, and they'll be ready.
As a duel for tonight against Minot, obviously Minot's been the class of Class A swimming in recent years. Is this an on-meet for the Patriots tonight, where they're swimming their state type events, or is this more of an off-meet, would you say?
This would be more of an off-meet, yeah. They've last weekend during the Century invite was more of an on-meet.
Sure.
So it's tough sometimes unless you got somebody who's trying to qualify or make the state team or something like that. They typically don't do back-to-back events consecutively, just because if they don't do well, it gets in their head. So you gotta mix it up a little bit, keep them on their toes.
Yeah, sure thing. Just keep them thinking, right?
You got it.
What makes Minot so good? I mean, they've the 5-time defending state champions. They've won 18 out of 20 or something like that, WDA titles. What's been the secret sauce for the Magi?
You know, they've got a great culture, and I think they're one of the only schools in the state who has pools in their middle schools. So they have middle school swimming. And when it comes down and everything shakes out and your basketball players go to basketball, you've got people that have tried swimming. You have to take, in Minot, they have to take Fayed, they have to swim for Fayed and stuff like that. I mean, it's multiple things. That's my thought process there. But, they've just got a great culture. They've had Ken Disher's been there for years. Jake Solper, Ken's handed it off to Jake. And, when you've got a good culture like that and you've got the numbers, they've got the school for the numbers, and that helps a lot.
Yeah, they've got thoroughbreds, but they've also got depth as well. That's a pretty good combination. Hey, you're an assistant coach, but you're also a dad. How has that been, especially now that you got a 12th grader and a key contributor to the Century swim team?
That's tough to comment on. I've been doing it for 5 years, and, you as well.
Yep.
You as well. You've got 2 of them on the team, 2 studs as well, and it's coming to the end, and a little bittersweet, so to speak. But
I didn't mean to get you dusty up here.
I know. Older I get, can't handle it.
All right,
anymore.
we're going to leave on a lighter note. So you were a part of a 1990 400 relay championship team for Minot High School. Jack Iverson, Chris Wold, Moana Smith, and yourself. What's your favorite memory from maybe that team or even that particular event when you won a state title?
Oh, man, it's that event. The 400 free relay, the last event at state. Everybody's on their feet. It's go. It's exciting. It's just the pure excitement, and I just remember that, the nerves and the excitement, and you've seen it many times. Mm-hmm. That is the race, man. That's the one where everybody goes hard, and it ends the big state meet. It's like the last 30 seconds in basketball. Here we go. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen? Score is tied. So.
Does it compare to the Dorheim leg a couple of years ago for Century in that exact same event when Century kind of came back out of nowhere to win that event?
No, that was like the miracle for the hockey. You know what I mean? That was crazy. That was the most fun thing I've ever seen.
That's good stuff. Hey, appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck today, and good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks, TD.
All right, that's Troy Zander. We'll be back to more of our Shields pregame after this timeout on the PSP Network. Now we're back on our Shields pregame show, and we're happy to be joined right now by Jake Solper, the head coach of the Minot Magicians boys swim and dive team. As Shields, you got gear, passion, and sports at Shields of Bismarck and Minot as we get set for the Minot at Century duel. And Coach, as we were just talking about, another good opportunity for your club to get in the same pool where the state meet's going to be at this year.
Yeah, our guys really enjoy competing in this pool facility. A lot of great meets have been had over the years, and we look forward to state competition being here. Like you had mentioned, this is kind of a brush-up opportunity before we get into kind of the championship portion of the season. We get, one more trip off the blocks and get to swim into the walls at full speed one more time. That way, when we're kind of preparing that week before state, we do some visualization and things like that. So we reminded the guys, hey, remember how everything feels. Remember how that pool deck feels under your feet. What kind of the environment looks like. That way when we are doing some of that visualization stuff, they're going to be able to really walk themselves through their state performances.
So, I asked Coach Zander the same thing. Is this an on meet or an off meet for Minot High tonight? Speaking of, are the guys going to be swimming some of the same events that they might see at state, or is this kind of one of those where you kind of get a break from those and you'll kind of catch up on those in a few weeks here?
A little bit of both, maybe. More so our guys are, swimming events that they try to be really competitive in. When you show up at a meet, you want to try to put yourself in the best position to try to win the meet, and when you show up to swim against a team like Century, you have to, put forth a pretty strong lineup. There might be a guy or two that's in something a little bit different than what might show up at the state meet. But for a lot of our guys, they're with a team of 43 athletes. We've got guys that are trying to make it onto our WDA lineup. As you know, we can only take 6 athletes per event to WDA. And then for state, we're only allowed 4. So we've got some kind of internal competition, these last few meets of the season. And obviously we love getting to compete with the Century guys. So many of our athletes on both teams are just real good friends. They've been competing with each other ever since they were little 8 and unders, in club swimming. So it's kind of fun to watch the guys, joke around a little bit here and there and say good lucks and great jobs after races. So really looking forward to this meet today.
So, Minot's got such an incredible history in swimming. You're now a 5-time defending champion. Shoot, a while ago it was a 10-time straight champions. You know what I mean? So, you obviously have thoroughbreds, but you also have depth. I guess if you had to pick one of those two, which kind of is more of a trigger point for a success for a team like Minot High?
Yeah, just every season seems to be a little bit different. Our program has always been sizable, and so we've been really fortunate for the depth side of things, and we have been able to, take home a couple of banners when we haven't had, maybe the lead runners that some of the other teams have had. Right now we've got a little bit of both. We've got some guys that should be in the top 3, hopefully at the end of the state meet, and we've got some guys that are kind of filling in. Hopefully top 8 or kind of in the tops of the consolation heat. So, teams have brought home the title just with a few stud athletes, divers and swimmers that place really high. And then we've got years like we've experienced where we haven't had many guys in even the top 5, but there have been just enough numbers kind of crowding the top 16 to get us just enough points. So.
Sure.
You make the best of what you got, and you need you guys to show up and compete, and we've been really fortunate that our team has been able to do so. And you brought up that, the last 5 years we had it. The previous 5 years prior to that, it was Century.
Yep.
So in the last 10 years, we've got the 2 state title teams heading off in the pool tonight. So pretty fun experience.
You mentioned diving. I'm glad you did, because I want to ask you about Ty Ross and just what makes him so good on the board, as a diver for Minot High.
Yeah, it's funny. I put a few comments together just the other day for Minot Daily, and I don't think they made it in because I was a little late on my submission. But I was, I brought up even more impressive than what he does on the boards, which I'll get to, but is just the person that he is as well. He's kind of that quiet leader. I'm just visualizing his face right now. He's always got a smile on his face. Guys want to be around a guy like Ty Ross. He makes you feel good, and he puts in the work. Every day in practice, every dive execution, he's trying to land it in the water the way he wants to land dives at the state meet in the water. So his work ethic and the focus while he is, practicing and putting in the work is top tier. There's, it's hard to find somebody that can match that, and to watch him compete over on the diving boards is absolutely phenomenal. He dives with such grace. Clearly he's a very athletic individual, but the way that he can manipulate his body to really crush home the fine points of every dive is phenomenal. And that's hats off to him on all the focus and attention to detail that he puts into every dive at every practice, and that he's done for, the last 3-4 years.
He's phenomenal. Just it seems like he doesn't even tickle the water when he enters most dives, and it's just a testament to how good he is. All right, Coach, last question for you. I'm sure guys like Alex King and Jackson Reinke and Hubbard and Rongan and those guys, they get a lot of the headlines. But for you and your coaching staff, who's somebody that's kind of jumped off the page for you this year that maybe didn't necessarily see coming? And talk a little bit about whoever comes to mind for you.
Yeah, it's always hard when you're going to try to, single anybody out, because just the whole team in general is so fun. And, you listed off some of our phenomenal seniors. Another senior that's having a really great season is Caden Dodds. His sprint freestyle has really kind of come together this season, and his backstroke as well. We've got Derek Oswald is sophomore for us, and this season he's just kind of turned it on. He's down to I think 55-16 if my memory serves me correctly in his 100 freestyle, and that, when he posted that time, it's like, wow, Derek Oswald is really showed up this season. And there's a number of other guys. We've got Logan Hill, a sophomore, who's already tried and true. We brought him up as an 8th grader, and he immediately had an impact on this team. And he also is the reason that a lot of our freshmen and sophomores are out for our team. He's been a recruiter for us, and he has found just some phenomenal guys to add to our roster. And so, we won't be able to thank him enough throughout the years about, the kind of impact that he's had on this team. And but there are so many names, Mr. Domres, that I could mention, and so I don't have the time to do that right at the moment.
No, that's good. You hit the nail right on the head.
Proud of all the guys.
All right, hey, Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight against Century and throughout the rest of the season.
All right, thanks much. Appreciate
all right, that's Jake Solper. We'll be back with more of our Shields pregame after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Todd Domres back at the Bismarck Aquatic Center getting set for swimming and diving today on the PSP Network. Minot High in the capital city to take on the Century Patriots. Minot 6-0 in their duels this season. They've outscored opponents 128-56 in those 6 duel wins. Century with an impressive 7-2 duel mark. Losses just to Fargo Davies in a close one and Bismarck High. And their duel average 106-75. Century outscoring their opponents in their various duels. As our thanks to Shields for bringing you our pregame today. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. All right, fans, we're set for swimming. First up in the pool, I have the 200 medley relay. There's some information on that. Defending state champion, West Fargo Cheyenne. Best time in the WDA this season, Minot High School. Rinke, Rungen, Hubbard, and King. Minot High with the WDA and state records as well. And Heat 1 is in the water. 3 lanes, lanes 3, 4, and 5 from the top of your screen to the bottom. Magi G, Minot E, and Minot F. 3 Minot teams in the water right now. Doing the backstroke in lane 3 is Keegan Mason. Callahan Jarvis in lane 4. And Malachi Baldwin in lane 5. And they'll tap the wall, and the 3 Magi teams will turn it over to Otto Williamson in the top, Justin Moldenauer and Chance Thompson doing the breaststroke. Heat 1 of 2 in the 200 medley relay. Full diving action today as well. And now we're about ready for leg 3, which is the fly. In lane 3, you'll have Braden Baldwin, Will Greenlee, and Romero Rodriguez from top to bottom. Just into the pool there was Will Greenlee and Romero Rodriguez, as Team G has the lead right now for Minot High. Your anchors in lane 3 will be Jackson Thompson, Holden Williams in lane 4, and Landon Shaw in lane 5. Heat 1 of the 200 medley relay. They'll turn it over to the freestylers. Lane 3 has the lead. Thompson enters the water first. Williams, check that, Shaw, and then Williams on the chase. I'm looking ahead to Heat 2. Should be a pretty good race today between Minot A, which has Carter Larson, Peridorn Rundgren, Matt Bone and Logan Hill against Century's A team, Logan Vesey, Cole Vesey, Bo Zander, and Luke Domres. As Heat 1's in the books. Man, I forgot to have my scoreboard on the bottom. I apologize for that. There's your final times in Heat 1. Lane 3 wins it. And now we turn attention to Heat 2. Century D in lane 1. Minot C in lane 2. Century B in lane 3. Minot A in lane 4. Century A in lane 5. Magi B in lane 6. Century C in lane 7, and Minot D in lane 8. In the water right now from top to bottom, Kyan Knutson for Century. Tyler Burns in lane 2 for Minot. William Carlson for Century in lane 3. Carter Larson in lane 4, the A team for Minot High. Doing the back, Logan Vesey, lane 5, Jamison Donahoe, Aiden Wygum, and Brandon Shabbat. Minot will have a body length lead as they turn it over to the breaststrokers. Ellsbury in lane 1, Shaw in lane 2, Ronigan in lane 3, Rongan in lane 4, VC in lane 5, Benjamin Harris in lane 6, Keaton Chase in lane 7, and Parker Arms in lane 8. And Minot has stretched this out to a 2-body length lead. Peridorn Rongan is the fastest time in the state in the breaststroke this year. Century's A on the chase in 2. Hudson Balkowicz in the water for Century in lane 1. Alex Ricks, Sam Wiederholt in lane 3. Matt Bone on the fly for Minot in lane 4. Bo Zander on the fly for Century in 5. Caden Dodds in 6. Caleb Clark in 7. And Caden Bray in 8. And now we turn it to the freestylers. Minot has a 2-body length lead. Logan Hill is in the water for the Magi. Luke Domres enters for Century. In lane 6, Minot will send in Alex Vecchio. Lane 3, Landon Domres for Century. Lane 2, Jackson Dodds for Minot High, as Minot's going to come to the line here. Closing it out with a strong final leg is Logan Hill. They're going to finish first. Century will be second. Jacob Johnner in lane 1 for Century. Caden Gutnick in lane 8 for Minot, and David Grunsky in lane 7 for Century. Now you see that time on your screen there. In lane 4, Minot wins it with a 1:44.24. Century though, check that, Minot with a 1:40, Century with a 1:44. And that'll put a wrap to Heat 2 of the 200 medley relay. Next up, we'll get results passed on to us. We'll pass those along. Next up is the 200 free. Defending state champion was the senior athlete of the year in the West region last year, Grant Schaefer. Alex King from Minot with the best time in the WDA this season with a 1:47 last weekend at the Century Invite. WDA record, Grant Schaefer, who's now swimming collegiately down at Nebraska Omaha. He has the WDA record at 1:46.58 and the state record at 1:41.56. Now the 200 free will have today 2 heats. Leading it off in Heat 1, Lane 1 will be Callahan Jarvis from Minot, Brandon Shabbat from Minot, Asher Nodlin from Century in Lane 3, Brian Sherlock from Minot in Lane 4, Jacob Dorheim Century in Lane 5, Isaiah Barthneck for Minot in Lane 6, and Mason Cook Century in Lane 7. Hey fans, today's meet brought to you in part by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for 25 years with their laser tag playground. And the 30-inch Galactic Pizza, you can call an order now at 852-1700. Planet Pizza, out of this world. Swimmers for the 200 free Heat 1 are in the water. State qualifying time, 2:06.41. A few of these young men looking for that, as there's nobody in this heat that has a state qualifying time. And it looks like Minot High's Brian Sherlock's going to have the lead in Lane 4 with a 30.74 split for the first 50. Down and back 4 times in the 200 free. Jarvis in Lane 1, Shabbat Lane 2, Asher Nodlin Lane 3. That's the top to bottom of your screen. Sherlock in Lane 4, Dorheim Century Lane 5, Barthneck Minot Lane 6, and Mason Cook Century in Lane 7. Looks like now Isaiah Barthneck in Lane 6 is going to have a slim lead over Sherlock and Asher Nodlin for Century. And that's indeed the way the 1, 2, 3 goes. Jarvis in 4th, Dorheim 5th, Cook 6th, and Shamat 7th. Halfway home, 100 yards in, 3rd leg here. Gonna get a chance to see in Heat 2 Alex King for Minot High, as he has the fastest time in the state this year in the 200 free. So you get a chance to see him try to maybe up that, as he did that last weekend right here at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Same top 3, Barthneck, Sherlock, and Nodlin 1, 2, and 3. Dorheim, Jarvis, Shabbat, and Cook chasing in the outside lanes. And the final 25. Looks like Sherlock, the big last 50. And Barthneck, neck and neck. Looks like it's going to be Sherlock, and he's going to touch. He was first. Barthneck second. Nodlin third. Dorheim fourth. Sherlock's time 2:14.92. Again, state qualifying time 2:06.41. 5th place goes to Jarvis. 6th place Cook. 7th place Shabbat. And now we get set for Heat 2. Top to bottom, as there's your starter cam. Gabe Dorheim in Lane 1. Levi Von Borken in Lane 2. Noah Hugrit, Century Lane 3. Alex King Minot Lane 4. Ben Schaff, Century Lane 5. Ryan Hubbard, Minot Lane 6. Eli Chumley, Century in Lane 7. And Derek Oswald, Minot in Lane 8. And the swimmers in Heat 2 of the 200 free are in the water. Alex King, one of the most decorated swimmers as a senior in North Dakota swimming. He's a captain on the team, and he's a 6-time state champion. Won the 500 free back in 2021. Been part of 5 state championship relay teams, and he will turn first at 24.81. Hubbard and Schaff behind him in 2nd and 3rd. Oswald 4th, Hugrit 5th. 50 yards in the 200 free. King just got that strong gait, and he's one of the strongest kicks in the state as he and Hubbard 1 and 2. Schaff currently in third. King makes the turn, Hubbard in second, Schaff in third. As the swimmers come to the wall, 100 yards into the 200 free. Von Borken in fourth, Hugret fifth, Oswald sixth, Chumley seventh. And looked like Gabe Dorman was in eighth. Final 50, King with a body length lead over Hubbard. King just went 28.85 on that split. Hubbard in second, Schaff in third, Von Bokern in fourth, Hugret in fifth, Oswald sixth, Chumley seventh, and Dorheim in eighth. And here comes Alex King to the line. He's not going to better his time from a couple days ago, but still a strong, looked like it was just sub 150. As King is first at 149.66. Schaff is second. Check that, Hubbard's second. Ben Schaff third. Levi Von Borkern fourth. Hugret fifth. Oswald sixth. Looks like it's going to be Chumley just out touching Dorman for seventh and eighth. Alex King wins the 200 free today, followed by Ryan Hubbard of Minot High. And now we're going to turn our attention to event 3, which is the 200 IM. Here's your particulars there. Defending state champion is Colden Kringen from Williston. He's a senior this year, won it as a junior. Best time in the WDA this season is Colden Kringen. WDA record back in 2003, Matthew Lowe from Minot High. And your state record holder from Century High School back in 2015, Lauren Sether. 200 IM has 2 heats today, and they're in the water. Swimming in lane 4, Braden Baldwin, and Keegan Mason is in lane 5 from Minot High. We mentioned Alex King, 4-time All-WDA selection. He'll be All-WDA again this year. I'm sure that'll be 5 times for him, and he was an All-Stater in 2022, a second team, or 2020, a second teamer, and a first teamer in 2021 and 2022. So it all goes well for Alex King. He'll be a 4-time All-State swimmer for Minot High. Baldwin in lane 4 has a slight lead here in the 200 IM. Into the second leg, now the backstroke. Ben Schaff, we mentioned him in the last heat for Century, the 2-time All-WDA selection and a second-team All-Stater last year. Benjamin Schaff for Century. Braden Baldwin finishes his backstroke and now he'll turn his attention to the breast. Keegan Mason from Minot High, running second in Heat 1 of the 200 IM. Well, I mentioned Alex King is a 6-time state champion. You're going to see a 5-time state champion in Heat 2. Jackson Rinke, fastest seed time coming into this event. Been part of 5 state championship relay teams. 3 times in the 200 medley relay and 2 times in the 200 free relay has Jackson Rinke. And 1 time in the 400 relay. Part of that state record holding team. Jackson's been a 3-time All-WDA selection and a 1-time All-Stater last year, a first teamer. Swimmers in Heat 1 are into the freestyle in this 200 IM. Mason had no time in this thing previously. Braden Baldwin with a 2:47. He's going to come in under that. As Baldwin on the freestyle is going to touch at about 2:43. So he knocks off about 4 seconds off his best time. And here comes Keegan Mason. I don't know what's going on in the scoreboard right now. They got Some diving stuff up there, some swimming stuff. Looks a little bit astray as Mason will touch in 3:02. All right, here's heat 2, final heat of the 200 IM. Lane 1, Jacob Johnner from Century. Lane 2, Matt Bone, Minot. Lane 3, Daniel Walker, Century. He's the Augustana commit for swimming. Jackson Rinke in lane 4, we mentioned him a moment ago. Andrew Edlin, lane 5. Paradorn Rungan, I beg your pardon, in lane 6. And Hudson Balkowicz, lane 7. Connor Shaw, Minot in lane 8. And the swimmers are in the water with the fly. Looks like Jackson Rinke is going to have the lead over Rungan. A couple Century swimmers and Bone real close for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's Schaff, I checked that, Walker and Edlund. As Jackson Rinke, boy, this backstroke, he has extended his lead and then some. Rungan in 2nd, but Rungan's best stroke is the breast, so he'll make some of that up in this next leg. As Jackson Rinke has a half a pool length lead. Rungan touches 2nd. Bone 3rd, Edlund 4th, Walker 5th. Jackson Rinke, the senior. Rungan, the senior. Walker, the senior. And Edlund, the 10th grader for Century. There goes Rinke in his final 50. Looks like it's going to be Bone in 2nd. Rungan in 3rd. Minot, looks like they're going to go 1, 2, 3 in this as Edlund's in 4th, Walker's in 5th. Here comes Jackson Rinke to the line. Just about went sub 2 minutes. Whew, good time there. Jackson Rinke, 2 minutes, .70. Took a couple seconds off his best time. That's an All-State 2 time right there, folks. Just missed All-State 1. As Bone does get 2nd, 2:12. Rungan gets 3rd at 2:13. Edlund 4th at 2:19. Walker 5th at 2:20. And Balkowicz come to the line. Check that in, Balkowicz. Shaw comes to the line in lane 8. Had a soft touch there. And you got a couple Century swimmers finishing up. Jacob Johnner, the 7th grader, up in lane 1. He's wondering, how in the heck did I have to swim this heat against Jackson Rinke? As Hudson Balkowicz on the freestyle now. As Hudson will touch. That's the first time he's swam this event, as is the first time for Jacob Johnner. Balkowicz touches in 3:05.59. Again, Jackson Rinke, 2 minutes, .70. And coming into this event, he had the 3rd fastest time in the state. And he'll stay right there, looks like. Even though he took off a couple seconds. Here comes Jacob Johnner to the line. For Century, Minot High goes 1, 2, 3 in the 200 IM. Century's Edlund 4th and Century's Walker 5th. Johnner touches, and now we'll send our attention to the 50 free, the splash and dash, as they like to call it. Here's your particulars on the 50 free. Defending state champion, a Dickinson swimmer, Mason Beck at 21.09. Fastest WDA time this season is Alex Steichen, 22:08 for the Demons. WDA record goes all the way back to 2012, Willie Marler from Jamestown. And your state record holder, Matthew Lowe from 2003. Minot High's Lowe swam it in 20.51. You get Jacob Johnner, the 7th grader, got DQ'd in that. So and we'll get set for heat 1 of the 50 free. Got 4 heats in this. Swimming in heat 1 will be Jackson Thompson from Minot, Will Greenlee from Minot, and Landon Shaw from Minot High from top to bottom. And the swimmers in heat 1 of the 50 are in the water. One time down and back. Minot High's got the numbers as 44 athletes, 84 qualifiers for the Magi. Century with 30 athletes and 65 qualifiers. As coming to the line here in lane 5 is Landon Shaw. He will touch at 32.90. And in lane 4 is Will Greenlee. He touches in 32.94, and Jackson Thompson will touch at 44.07. Heat 1 is in the books here from the 50 free. Heat 2, you'll have Caden Gutnick from Minot High in lane 2. Jack Ellsbury Century in lane 3. Caden Bray, Minot, lane 4. David Grunsky from Century in lane 5. Chance Thompson, Minot, lane 6. Ramiro Rodriguez, Minot, lane 7. And Malachi Baldwin in lane 8 at the bottom of your screen. So you look at the starter cam as heat 2 is on the blocks. Splash and dash for the 50 free. And heat 2 is in the water. Gutnick in lane 2, Ellsbury lane 3, Bray lane 4, again from top to bottom. Grunsky in the middle of the pool in lane 5 from Century. Thompson lane 6, Rodriguez in lane 7, and Baldwin in lane 8. They make the turn at the 25-yard mark, and here comes, looks like it might be Century's Grunsky with a slight lead, but up top, Caden Gutnick making a bid. As coming to the wall, it will be Gutnick, touching first at 27.65. Grunsky second, Bray third, Rodriguez fourth, Thompson fifth, Baldwin sixth, and Ellsbury seventh. Then we get set for heat 3. William Carlson, Century in lane 1. Otto Williamson, Minot in lane 2. Kyan Knutson, Century in lane 3. Benjamin Harris, Minot lane 4. Keaton Chase, Century lane 5. Jackson Dodds, Minot lane 6. Sam Wiederholt, Minot, or check that, Century in lane 7. And Justin Moldenauer, Minot in lane 8. Lane 8 at the bottom of your screen. Lane 1 at the top. And there's the lights for heat 2 of the 50 free. Carlson lane 1, Williamson lane 2, Knutson lane 3, Harris lane 4, Chase lane 5, Jackson Dodds lane 6, and Sam Wiederholt and Moldenauer at the bottom of your screen. And coming to the wall, looks like it's going to be Will Carlson in lane 1. 25.74, just missing state qualifying at 25.34. Carlson's first, Wiederholt second, Chase third, Harris fourth, Williamson fifth, and Dodds, Knutson, and Moldenauer round out the field. And here's the final heat of the 50 free. Cole Vesey in lane 1, Century. Alex Vecchio, Minot lane 2. Isaac Valley, Century lane 3. Carter Larson, Minot lane 4. Bo Zander, Century lane 5. Caden Dodds, Minot lane 6. Aiden Weigum, Century lane 8. Jamison Donahoe, Minot in lane 8. Swimmers are in the water. Bo Zander and Larson in the middle of the pool duking it out. Zander with a slight lead over Carter Larson. Isaac Valley with a bid for second, and it's going to be Zander first, 22.91. Larson second, Isaac Valley third, Caden Dodds fourth, Alex Vecchio fifth, Donahoe sixth, Vesey, that's Cole Vesey in lane 1 is seventh, and Aiden Weigum Century in lane 8. Bo Zander wins the 50 free today. Bo is a state champion in the breaststroke 2021. He's a 3-time All-Stater. Second team in 2022 and 2020, and a first teamer in 2021. And all WDA as well. He got a chance to visit with his dad, Troy Zander, in our pregame today. Bo Zander wins the 50 free today for Century at 22.91. Take a short time out. We'll come back and we'll reset the cockpit here. Diving comes up next, as this is the Century Minot Duel, and you got it locked and loaded on the PSP Network.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport clips. The pros and
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Visiting the gym is an investment in yourself, and you deserve the very best. Our gym includes top-of-the-line equipment, modern amenities, and access to a professional personal trainer who will help you into shape and reach your weight goals in no time. No matter what skill or fitness level you have, there's something here for everyone. Our facility offers a great place to relax after a hard workout in our private steam room or lounge. Come experience the difference at our gym today and ask us how we can help you reach your full potential.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western.
Now we turn our attention to the diving well. Trevor Huss up first for Minot High School. And they're not putting the dives up, so I'm going to be a little bit blind on this. I think it was an inward dive was what they said. Well, you'll be able to see the scores come up, the judges. Well, we hope they have the scores up. Doesn't maybe look like they're coming up there. 22.4 was the total that I heard. Next up will be Bridger Hulsman for Century High School. A nice dive to start it out for Bridger today. Oh, there we go. Now we got the diving board up there. That was an inward dive, 26.25 for Bridger. And now you got Ty Ross, talented diver that you heard Coach Jake Solper talking about, the All-WDA selection, first-team All-Stater last year. Ross doing an inward dive, degree of difficulty 1.5. Ty Ross on the board. I talked about that. He hardly tickles the water when he enters. Ross would be the favorite in the diving competition today. 26.25 is Ross's score. Jacob Roth for Minot High School. You got 5 Minot divers today. And Bridger Hulsman, the lone Century diver. A nice dive there for Jacob Roth as well. .2. Tayson Solper. I mentioned Bridger Hulsman, the 8th grader for Century. Get these guys' grades here in just a moment. As Solper is on the board. Tayson Solper, the 8th grader. Bridger Hulsman, as you see on your board there, has the lead score right now, 26.25. Solper will get 21 awarded. And last in the first rotation here is Holden Williams for Minot High School. Holden's the 9th grader. And Holden gets awarded 15.40. And now we turn it to dive 2. It's going to be an inward 1.5 somersault for Trevor Huss, the senior for Minot High School. Oh, he's going to get a round of applause for that one. Bridger Hulsman, the 8th grader for Century, up next. All these kids will be performing the inward 1.5 somersault. Degree of difficulty 2.2. And Bridger enters the water there. And the judges award 33. And next up will be Ty Ross, the junior. Was way up in the state finals last year. Wyatt Hermanson from Mandan was the winner. And there's Ty Ross. That was nicely done. As I was mentioning it here, is that information about the diving results last year. Wyatt Hermanson, the defending state champion, he graduated. Ty Ross, most WDA points this season. And the talented Mandan diver, Johnny Mint, the WDA and state records. Ty Ross vaults into the lead. The big dive there. He's got 70.25 points. And next will be Jacob Roth, the 11th grader for the Magi. Three judges scoring it today. Sometimes you get 5. Today in the duel, you'll get 3. Tayson Solper up next with an inward somersault. 1.6 in degree of difficulty here. Solp with a nice entry there. If you're wondering how the scoring works, take those 3 scores, put them in aggregate, take it times the degree of difficulty, and that's what the swimmers are awarded. Holden Williams, last dive here in round 2. Williams, the 9th grader, the freshman for Minot High School, with the inward somersault. Degree of difficulty 1.6 there for Holden. Ty Ross continues to have the lead after 2 rounds. And Holden gets 16 points for that dive. And now we're at the first dive of round 3. Trevor Huss doing a forward 1.5 somersaults, 1.6 on the degree of difficulty. Just a tish of over rotation there for Huss. And he will get 25.6. Next up, middle schooler for Century, Bridger Hulsman. Forward 1.5 somersaults, 1.7 on the degree of difficulty for Bridger. Bridger with a good look in the pike position there and good scores. 6.5, 6.5, 5.5 for a 31.5. Team scores through 4 events. Minot High School here in the duel has just about doubled up Century, 42-20 after 4 events, not including diving. And here comes Ty Ross. Forward 2 somersaults, 2.2. Makes it look effortless. Does the junior Ty Ross for Minot High. Barton McPeak, the diving coach for Minot High School. Jenny Unruh and Bennett Battensdahl for Century. as Ross vaults into the lead with a 109.85 total after 3 dives. And here comes Jacob Roth for Minot, doing a forward 2 somersaults, 2.2 degree of difficulty. And 25.3 is the award there for Roth. Next up will be Tayson Solper. Forward 1.5 somersaults, 1.6 degree of difficulty. And Tayson will tally 27.20. And last in round 3 will be Holden Williams for Minot High School. And there goes Holden into the water. And back on the top of the list, round 4 in the diving. Trevor Huss for Minot High School. Forward 2 somersaults. And Trevor, 5.5, 6.5 for a total of 37.4. It's his best dive of the day. Hey fans, today's meet brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. You can find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Bridger Hulsman on the board for Century. His third dive is a reverse somersault. Dive 302C with a 1.6 degree of difficulty. And Bridge is going to get 26.4. And now Ty Ross, the junior for Minot High School, will be doing a forward 2.5 somersault with a 2.4 degree of difficulty. Ross, tough degree of difficulty there. They're just 4s and 3s, but he got 28 points on the award. He jumps back into the lead. Trevor Huss had it for a moment there after his 37-point dive a moment ago. And now you get round 4 here, number 4 in the batting order, Jacob Roth for Minot. Roth with a 2.5 somersaults forward, 2.5 somersaults, 2.4 in the degree of difficulty. And Roth will get an even 30. Hey fans, today's meet brought to you by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. UPS store in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. And today's duel also brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Tayson Solper on the board, forward 2 somersaults, 2.2 degree of difficulty. It's a round of applause from his Minot High teammates. Always get a kick out of it. 33, nice dive there for Solper, and now you get Holden Williams rounding out round 4. Ty Ross in the lead after 4 rounds here. This will conclude round 4. Williams doing a forward somersault with a half twist. 1.7 on the degree of difficulty there. And Holden as we await the judges. Gets awarded 17. Fans, today's duel also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. Factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other place to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Starting round 5, Trevor Huss. He's got 114 as a total. Lead score is 138.65. That's Ty Ross. Huss doing a back 1.5 somersault. It's a pretty good dive right there for Trevor Huss, senior. And a nice back-to-back dives for Huss. Gets him 31. And now Bridger Hulsman, the lone Century diver. They back dive with a half twist. 1.8 on the degree of difficulty for Bridger. And Bridger with a nice entry there. And he gets rewarded with a 31.5. Fans, today's duel also brought the diving competition brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. You can take your smile to the next level. Call them at 852-2646 or visit them online at minotbraces.com today. Ty Ross with his round 5 dive is a back 1.5 somersault. Hulsman has the lead momentarily here. He's got a 10-point advantage or so over Ty Ross. And Ross with that back 1.5 somersault with a 2.3 degree of difficulty. Made that look pretty easy. And believe me, it's not. 42.55, there's your high water mark of the day right there. 6.5, 6.5, 5.5 for Ty Ross. Jacob Roth, they back 1.5 somersault. An even 2 on the degree of difficulty. A little under rotation there for Roth, but nonetheless a good dive. And he's going to get an even 20. Ty Ross has the lead after that big 40-some point dive with 181.20 right now. And now we got number 5 in the batting order, Tayson Solper, 8th grader for Minot High School. Solper's doing a back dive, 1.7 on the degree of difficulty. And Tayson executes that. And he's awarded 27.2. Holden Williams rounds out round 5 here in the diving well. He'll be doing a back dive, 1.5 on the degree of difficulty. Holden enters the water there. We'll get his award. And while we have a second before we get to round 6, there's our upcoming schedule on the PSP Network. Of course, you got District 12 girls basketball tournament on the air today, Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow, you got Legacy and Century girls and boys basketball doubleheader. There's your week ahead on the PSP Network. 14.25 for Holden Williams. And now we go to round 6. Trevor Huss, forward somersault with a twist. 1.9 on the degree of difficulty, as the lead score right now is Ty Ross with 181.2. Huss off the board, and into the water he goes. Somersault with a twist. We'll get Trevor Huss 30.4. Bridger Hulsman with his 6th dive of the competition will be a back dive, 1.7 on the degree of difficulty here. I'm no judge, but that looked pretty good. And 5.5 across the board for 28.5 for Bridger Hulsman. And here's your leader, Ty Ross. Be doing a forward 1.5 somersault with 1 twist. 2.2 on the degree of difficulty. He twists and turns and ends up with a 38.566 and a 5.5 to Ty Ross. He'll increase his lead. 4th in the batting order is Jacob Roth for Minot High School. Ty Ross is going to be close today to bettering his 6th dive mark, as there's Jacob Roth with a forward 1.5 with a twist. Gets a 29.7. His tally of 133.2. And your final dive here in round 6 will be Tayson Solper. Check that, not the final dive, 2nd to last dive. Solper's doing a reverse dive. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Nice elevation there as he clears the board, hits the water. And a 24.8. And your last dive of round 6, Holden Williams, the Minot High School 9th grader, be doing a back somersault. .5 on the degree of difficulty. .5 for Holden Williams, and that will conclude our 6 rounds of diving. Ty Ross going to win the diving competition today. It was close between Huss and Hulsman for 2nd. We'll get the final results in just a moment. And we'll take a break. We'll have a short pause here. We'll have a short warm-up time for the resumption of our swimming activities. Diving is in the books here from the Century Minot High Duel at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Come back with more action from the pool after this break on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you have the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman Esvold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Todd Domres back at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Just finished the diving competition, have not gotten the final results there. Ty Ross was your winner. We'll get those in just a moment. Now you got some warm-up time for the swimmers. Take care of a couple things here, as we can tell you that after the meet today, we'll have our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters, where you can order online at shotscrossroads.com. I mentioned these two teams diving or dual records. Minot a perfect 6-0. They've won all of the invite meets they've been in as well. They're looking to be a 6-time state champion. Century and Minot, the only teams in the state to have at least 5 peats. Century did it 2013-17. Minot's done it. This could be third time. Once in the 70s, once in the 80s. They won 10 straight, 1999 to 2009. And they've won it every year now since 2018. So Minot looking for their 6th straight state championship in 2023. And they're also, by the way, the 6-time defending WDA champions. So a lot to like for Minot High swimming. Got 9 swimmers today with well-rounded resumes that have qualifying times in every event. 6 of those are from Minot. Alex King, Jackson Rinke, Matt Bone, Ryan Hubbard, Logan Hill, and Oliver Rundgren. And from Century, got 3 swimmers, Ben Schaff, Luke Domres, and Isaac Valley. Of course, these teams are looking to get ready as just next action for both these teams will be at Mandan, I beg your pardon, on Saturday at the Mandan Invite. That'll be February 11th. And after that, they start really turning their attention. They got senior nights, both teams, and then you got the WDA conference meet in Williston, February 25th. That's a Saturday at the Rec up in Minot. Or check that up in Williston. And then the state swim and dive will be right back here at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Prelims on Friday, March 3rd, and finals on Saturday, March 4th. So as you heard from head coach Jake Solper, he's going to use some memory and realization techniques of getting the feel for the boards, getting the feel for the turns, the boards, and the walls here at the Aquatic Center. Put those into your memory bank and then have good vibes about them when you come back here a month from now or so for the state Class A swim meet. Take one more break. We'll come back and we'll get ready with Event 6. That'll be the 100 fly when we come back here on the PSP Network. This is the Century Minot Duel. After 4 events, Minot led 42-20. They'll increase that with Ty Ross, his win in the diving. And Minot High looking to stay unblemished in dual action this season. We'll be back with the swimming after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport clips, the pros in men's hair.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Todd Domres back at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Reminder, fans, as we get closer to tournament time, PSP Network will be your broadcast home for the WDA Girls and Boys Basketball Tournament, along with Class B Regionals. Region 5 Girls from Mandan, Region 5 Boys from St. Mary's, and Region 5 Girls and Boys, check that, Region 6 Girls and Boys from up in Minot. As we get set for Event 6, here's some of the particulars about the 100 fly today. As your defending state champion was Vaughn Ramo. He has graduated, moved on to swim collegiately. He was from West Fargo High School, West Fargo Cheyenne. Fastest time in the WDA this season, Jackson Renke. Back in the Century Invite, went 53.45. Jacob Gergen from Mandan, the WDA record at 51.95, and your state record holder, Dylan Sether from Century, back in 2013. Just one heat today of the 100 fly, as swimmers have made their way to the blocks. And you'll have Tyler Burns from Minot in lane 1. That'll be the top of your screen. Alex Ricks from Minot in lane 2. Luke Domres from Century in lane 3. Jackson Renke from Minot in lane 4. Isaac Valley from Century in lane 5. Matt Bone from Minot in lane 6, and Landon Domres from Century in lane 7. We talked about Jackson Renke a moment ago. Here's a couple things on Luke Domres, who's in lane 3 in this event. Luke's a 3-time All-WDA performer for Century High School, 2-time All-Stater, 2nd-team All-State in 2021, and a 1st-team All-Stater in 2022. Isaac Valley also in this heat from Century. In lane 5, he's a All-WDA and 2nd-team All-Stater from last year. Once again, Jackson Renke in lane 4 has the fastest time in the state in the 100 fly. He'll be the favorite, undoubtedly, in this event. And the swimmers are on the blocks. There's your starter cam on the PSP Network, and these flyers enter the water. Burns in lane 1 from Minot. Ricks in lane 2 from Minot. Luke Domres lane 3 from Century. Jackson Renke lane 4 from Minot. Isaac Valley, Century lane 5. Matt Bone, Minot in lane 6. And Landon Domres, his least favorite event of them all, in lane 7. Jackson Renke vaults out to an early lead. Isaac Valley, Luke Domres trailing in 2nd and 3rd. Bone is 4th. Ricks is 5th. Burns 6th. Domres in 7th. And here we come down the stretch. 25 to go. Renke with a large lead. He is going to swim and win this one going away. Domres and Valley battling it out for 2nd and 3rd, as is Matt Bone is in the conversation. Renke, that's about a 53. As Isaac Valley will touch 2nd. And looks like Matt Bone 3rd, Luke Domres 4th. Jackson Renke, 52.83. Ho ho! That's an all-state one time. And he just bettered his fastest time in the state. That'll have good vibes, as Domres, we said Luke Domres was 4th, Tyler Burns 5th, Alex Ricks 6th, and Landon Domres 7th. As I apologize, I didn't have the scoreboard cam up there. There's your final results from Heat 1. And now we get set for the 100-yard free. Here's your information on the 100 free. Grant Schaefer, your defending state champion, fastest WDA time this year. Alex Steichen from Bismarck, WDA record set last year by Grant Schaefer, and Eric Anderson, the state record holder from Fargo South. Swimmers are in the water in lane 1 of the 100 free. Or excuse me, heat 1 of the 100 free. Malachi Baldwin from Minot in lane 4, and Parker Arms from Minot in lane 5. $100 free, down and back a couple times. Baldwin will have the lead at the turn. Touches in 30.69. Trailing him is Parker Arms. And your final heat, there's 3 heats in this. You're going to have Logan Hill from Minot High School. Talented sophomore, was a all-WDA and second-team All-State performer last year for Minot High School. Logan's got the 6th fastest time in the 100 breast this year. Also, Ryan Hubbard will be in heat 3 of this, as heat 1 goes to Malachi Baldwin. 106.15 state qualifying time in this event, 56.28. Ryan Hubbard, the senior, 2-time All-WDA performer for Minot High School and a first-team All-Stater last year for the Magi in their state championship. Hubbard, by the way, has got the 2nd fastest time in the 100 fly this year and 3rd fastest in the 200 IM. Heat 2 on the blocks of the 100 free. Swimmers are in the water. Lane 1, Braden Baldwin, Minot. Lane 2, Isaiah Barthneck, Minot. Jacob Johnner, lane 3 from Century. Brian Sherlock, Minot, lane 4. Jacob Dorheim, Century, lane 5. Connor Shaw, Minot, lane 6. Caden Gutnick, Minot, lane 7. And Chance Thompson, Minot, lane 8. As you're going to have a trio of Minot swimmers making the turn. Looks like it's going to be Barthneck with the lead. Shaw and Sherlock 2nd and 3rd respectively. 4th place is going to be Gutnick, as one more length of the pool here in the 100 free. Heat 2 of 3. Also in Heat 3, you're going to have Levi Von Bokern. He was a all-WDA performer back in 2021 for Minot High School. And winning Heat 2 is going to be Isaiah Barthneck. 2nd is Connor Shaw. 3rd, Brian Sherlock. Touching 4th is Chance Thompson. 5th is Caden Gutnick. 6th is Jacob Dorheim. 7th is Braden Baldwin. And it's going to be Jacob Johnner finishing 8th for Century. Isaiah Barthneck is going to win Heat 2, the 1:58 time. All right, now you get Heat 3. Asher Nodlin will be in lane 1 for Century. Levi Von Borkern from Minot in lane 2. Andrew Edlin, Century, lane 3. Logan Hill, Minot, lane 4. Ben Schaff, Century, lane 5. Ryan Hubbard, Minot, lane 6. John Ronigan, affectionately known as the Rocket, in lane 7 for Century. And Derek Oswald, Minot, in lane 8. Heat 3, the final heat of the 100 free. And into the water go these 8 swimmers. Nodlin, Von Borkern, Edlund, Hill, Schaff, Hubbard, Ronigan, and Oswald. Logan Hill vaults out to a lead. Ryan Hubbard behind him. Looks like it's Ben Schaff in 3rd. It's going to be Hill with the lead. Hubbard 2nd, Schaff 3rd, Ronigan 4th, Von Borkern 5th, Oswald 6th, Edgerlin 7th, and Nodlin in 8th, halfway home. 25 to go. Logan Hill still has a slight half a body length lead, but here comes Hubbard coming on strong. Schaff still right in there. Closing in the 100 free It's going to be Logan Hill touching first, Hubbard second, Schaff third, Von Borkern fourth, Ronigan fifth, Edlin sixth, Oswald seventh, and Asher Nodlin will touch eighth. Logan Hill's time, 50.78. He increases his best time this year by 1/100th. He had a 50.79 coming in. He swims 50.78 today. Good times there is Hill, the 50.78. Hubbard with a 51.21 and Schaff 51.34 as Logan Hill, the sophomore for Minot High School, wins the 100 free. And now we get set for event 8, which is the 500 free. Colton Kringen, your defending state champion, he just whiskered out Alex King last year at the state Class A swim meet. Kringen, the 4:48.88 last year at state. Best time in the state this year is Colton Kringen, WDA record. Lauren Sether from Century in 2015, and the state record, Lauren Sether, 4:41.05 for Century in 2015. 500 free. The distance guys are on the blocks. Heat 1 of 2. Jack Ellsbury for Century will be in lane 3. Ramiro Rodriguez from Minot in lane 4. Caleb Clark, Century in lane 5. And Will Greenlee from Minot in lane 6. Going to get a chance to see Alex King in Heat 2. The state runner-up a year ago and the state champion from 2 years ago, Alex King, in this particular event. 500 free, 10 times down and back. Had a friend of mine say, yep, you just don't fall off the couch and start swimming 500 frees. That would be a true statement. Ramiro Rodriguez, Caleb Clark. Clark had the lead, Rodriguez second. Ellsbury and Greenlee neck and neck. Now we're going to catch up on some results from earlier, as just got them updated through Heat 4 here, or Event 4, I beg your pardon. Event 1, Minot High won the 200 medley relay. Larson, Rundgen, Bone, and Hill. Time of 1:44.29. Century was second with VC, Zander, and Luke Domres. Event 2, the 200 free, as Alex King's going max distance today, as he won the 200 free. Time of 1:49.66. Ryan Hubbard, Minot second. Ben Schaff, Century third. Levi Von Borkern fourth. Noah Hugert fifth, and Eli Chumley sixth. $200 IM. Final results in that one, as it had, there's our runner with some more results. Jackson Rinke won the 200 IM today for Minot with 2 minutes, 0.7. Matt Bone was second from Minot with 2:12.05. Paradorn Rundgen was third, Andrew Edlin fourth, Daniel Walker fifth, and Hudson Balkowicz finishes sixth for Century in the 200 IM. And the 50 free today was won by Bo Zander from Century. 22.91 was his time. Carter Larson from Minot High School, 23.56 was second. Isaac Valley third from Century. Caden Dodds, Minot fourth. Alex Vecchio, Minot, was fifth. And Cole Vesey from Century was sixth. Just getting to be about the, not quite halfway home here in the first heat of the 500 free. And Caleb Clark from Century has a lead. Caleb, the sophomore for the Patriots. Right behind him is Ramiro Rodriguez, the 10th grader as well for Minot High. Looks like Ellsbury from Century's in third, and Greenlee for Minot in fourth. Well, some more results to pass along here as we've updated you on heats, or events 1, 2, and 3. And 4. Oh, here's your diving results. Ty Ross wins the diving today, 219.7. Bridger Hulsman for Century comes in second with 176.65. Trevor Huss will get some points for Minot High in third, as does Jacob Roth for Minot in fourth. Tayson Solper and Holden Williams round out Heat 5 results as Ty Ross, 219.7, wins the diving today here at the Century Minot Duel. And your results in the 100 fly, Jackson Rinking with a sweet time of 52.83 as Jackson bettered his seed time by half a second. He wins the 100 fly. Second is Isaac Valley from Century, sub 1 minute at 58.47. Matt Bone third from Minot. Luke Domres fourth for Century, and Alex Ricks fifth for Minot High. Landon Domres was sixth for the Patriots. Event 7, final results of the 100 free that just completed a moment ago. First place was Logan Hill, the sophomore for Minot. Second place was Ryan Hubbard from Minot. Hill's time, by the way, 50.78. Ben Shaw for Century in third with 51.34. Levi Von Borkern fourth. John Ronigan fifth. And Andrew Edlin sixth rounds out your 100 free results today. Caleb Clark continues to lead Heat 1 here of the 500 free. We are about the 3/4 mark. Couple more times down and back. Oh, I beg your pardon. I apologize, folks, for those of you tuning in here to Heat 1. I still had it on the start cam. Apologize for that. You only saw half of the pool. Operator error. Can blame our camera person, who's me today. Clark leads. Rodriguez in second. Ellsbury third. Greenlee fourth. State qualifying time in the 500 frees of 5:41.76. And by the looks of the seed times, Alex King is going to be swimming by himself in Heat 2 of the 500 free. He is about 45 seconds faster than the two closest chasers in Heat 2. There's your bell lap for Caleb Clark of Century. Ramirez in second for Minot. Ellsbury third for Century. Will Greenlee in fourth for Minot High School. Here comes Caleb Clark to the wall. Clark with a time coming into this of 7:24, and he is going to take almost a minute off of that as Clark touches. There comes Ramiro Rodriguez in second. Clark's time 6:29.75. Not quite a minute, but pretty close. 55 seconds better than his seed time. Rodriguez's time is 6:35.48. Jack Ellsbury for Century. The 7th grader for the Patriots. Coming to the line here is he just about gets under 7 minutes. 7:42 was Ellsbury's time, and he drops that down to 7:03. Coming up, it'll be Heat 2 of the 500 free here. As Will Greenlee for Minot High School finishing up. And will touch at about 7:45, just off his pace. And now dropping into the starter cam as we're set for the second and final heat of the 500 free. Sam Wiederholt for Century will be in lane 1. Alex Vecchio, Minot, lane 2. Logan VC from the top of your screen in Century in lane 3. Alex King in the middle of the pool, lane 4 from Minot. Cole VC, Century, lane 5. Jackson Dodds, Minot, lane 6. Eli Chumley, Century, lane 7. And Caden Bray for Minot at the bottom of your screen in lane 8. Heat 2, final heat of the 500 free. And the swimmers are in the water. Alex King has got that distinctive, I'll call it a gait. He's got a good pull and just kind of glides through the water. And we mentioned before, his kick is something else. As Alex King will have the lead, no surprise there, as he'll turn that first 50 in 28:02. Jackson Dawes from Minot in second, Logan Vesey third, Wiederholt fourth. There's your top four as second heat of the 500 free is in the water. Mine Ref the Game will have our Sport Clips MVP of the meet. Sport Clips keeps you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And your move of the game will be also part of our post game tonight. Jobbers Moving and Storage will bring you the move of the game today. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. The Jobbers Move of the Meet as part of our post game following all of our PSP network broadcasts. Alex King 150 yards in, has got a couple body length lead. Or it looks like Logan Vesey's in second, but it's close between him and Jackson Dodds, as it will be Vesey in second. Jackson Dodds in third, Cole Vesey in fourth, Sam Wiederholt Century fifth, Eli Chumley in sixth, Caden Bray seventh, and Alex Vecchio in eighth. Eli Chumley, the seventh grader for the Century Patriots. There's just one guy in this event that has qualified this thing for state. So that's Alex King with 5:06.77. And right now in the 500 free, that ranks Alex King fifth. We mentioned fastest time in the state right now is Colden Kringen. Second fastest is Luke Domres from Century. Third fastest is Jackson Rarick from the Grand Forks Knight Riders. Alex King just powering through the water here at about the halfway point of the 500 free. He's going to turn at 2:38. Second place will be Logan Vesey. Third place, Jackson Dodds. Fourth place, Cole Vesey. Fifth place, Eli Chumley. Sixth, Sam Wiederholt. Seventh, Alex Vecchio, who's right on Wiederholt's hip right at the top of the screen. And eighth place, Caden Bray. Alex King has been turning these at about 31. That's his first one in the 32s for his 50 splits. As he's just out for a little bit of a joy swim today, it looks like. We mentioned King, the 2021 500 free state champion. And last year at state, that was literally a neck and neck race right down the wire between King and Colden Kringen in the finals of the 500 free. And by the slimmest of margins, Kringen won the 500 free last year over Alex King. Alex King will come to the wall here with 100 to go. Logan Vesey in second. Dodd still in third. Cole Vesey in fourth. And here comes your bell lap for Alex King, who's picked up the activity level now. As King dropped that one down to a 31-39. Looks like this will be in about the 5:10 range for Alex King. Maybe a little bit off of that, but still a good time. As he's lapped a couple folks. He's not going to lap the second, third, and fourth place guys, but here comes Alex King to the wall. He will win the 500 free today with a time of about 5:17-ish. Yep, 5:17.73 for Alex King. He will win the 500 free today. Well, now you got a dogfight for second. As here comes the VC boys for Century. They're trying to overtake Dodds, and it looks like Cole VC will touch second. Dodds is third. Logan VC fourth. And coming to the wall in fifth will be Alex Vecchio for Minot High School. Cole VC, Jackson Dodds, and Logan VC just missed state qualifying times. Cole is the closest there with a 5:44. State qualifying is 5:41. Sixth place was Eli Chumley Century. Seventh was Sam Wiederholt of Century. And eighth was Caden Bray for Minot. Alex King is a double winner today in the 200 and the 500 here at the Century Duel. I think we'll have a short break now before we get going with Event 9, the 200 freestyle relay. Alex King, once again, the winner in Heat 2 of the 500 free. Take a short time out. We'll come back with the 200 free relay here at the Century Duel, Century Minot Swim Duel from the Bismarck Aquatic Center. More after this break on the PSP Network.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
I'm getting set for the 200 freestyle relay. Here's your particulars in the 200 free relay. Defending state champion is Minot High School. King, Rinke, Bart, Schaefer. Best WDA time this season, Bismarck High School. Century Multi-Duel, 129.59. WDA record, Minot's. King, Rinke, Barch, and Schaefer, and they're also the state record holders with that 125.34 at the state meet last year. King, Rinke, Barch, and Schaefer. This event brought to you by Premier Chiropractic. 2 heats. No, I beg your pardon. Yeah, one heat in the 200 freestyle relay. Minot D, Minot C, Century B, Minot A in lane 4, Century A in lane 5, Minot B and Century C Baldwin, Sherlock, Edlin, Bone, Schaff, Oswald, and Hulsman leading it off. Century has a slight lead as into the water for the Patriots goes Gabe Dorman. Ryan Hubbard trying to track him down. Will Greenlee, Chance Thompson, Aiden Wygum, Connor Shaw, and Mason Cook in the water. As now it looks like it's about a dead heat. Going next will be Jackson Rinke for the Magi. Logan Vesey for Century in lanes 4 and 5. And Minot has a slight lead as they turn it to Jackson Rinke. Jacob Roth in lane 1 in the third leg. Gutnick from Minot in lane 2. Cole Vesey, Century, lane 3. Logan Vesey, we mentioned him in lane 4, as is Jackson Rinke in lane 4 for Rinke. Vesey in lane 5. Ricks from Minot in lane 6, and Dorheim in Century in lane 7. And Alex King enters the water for Minot with the lead as the anchor. Isaac Valley right behind him. Actually, not right behind, about a body length behind for Century. Third place, you're going to have Eli Chumley in the water for Century. Isaiah Barthneck in lane 4. Baldwin in lane 1. Von Borkern in lane 6 and Nodlin in lane 7, and Minot High wins it. Alex King brings it home with a 1:31.12. Century's in second after that leg by Isaac Valley. 3 seconds behind. Third place will go to Century. Fourth place, Minot B. Von Borkern with the final leg there. Fifth place, I think that's wrong, is the board. Monday had a soft touch there. Now you get fifth place in Century in lane 7. Sixth place, Minot High in lane 6. And it looks like seventh place will be Minot up in lane 1. The team of Bone, Hubbard, Rinke, and King just went 1:31.12 for Minot High School. Just 0.2 faster than their fastest time this season. That concludes the 200 freestyle relay. On the home stretch now here at the Minot Century Duel. Let's get some team totals now through 8 events. Minot High School led the way with 85 points. Century has 40. 3 heats of the 100 back upcoming. Here's the particulars as we get set for Heat 1. Von Maremo, your defending state champion. This event brought to you by Hub International Insurance. Best WDA time this season, Blake Nelson from Bismarck High. WDA record and state record both held by Gerald Brown from Minot High School back in 2017. Heat 1 of the 100 back is in the water. And swimming that, 100 back here in Heat 1, Jackson Thompson in lane 4, and Parker Arms from Minot in lane 5. Down and back a couple times for these swimmers. Halfway home for the swimmers here in Heat 1 of 3 of the 100 back. Parker Arms has a body length lead over his teammate Jackson Thompson. Jackson Thompson, the 9th grader. Parker Arms, also a freshman for the Magi. State qualifying time is 1:06.19 in the 100 back. As Parker Arms is going to touch at about 1:37. Thompson right behind him, about a 1:42. And now we get set for the starter cam and Heat 2 of the 100 back. Lane 1 from Century at the top of your screen, Hudson Balkowicz. Lane 2, Callahan Jarvis from Minot. Lane 3, Landon Domres from Century. Lane 4, Keegan Mason from Minot. Lane 5, John Ronigan, Century. Lane 6, Brandon Shabbat, Minot. Lane 7, Keaton Chase from Century. And lane 8, it will not be Parker Arms. He just swam in Heat 1. So got 7 swimmers in the water right now for Heat 2 of the 100 back. And they're off. Hudson Balkowicz in lane 1. Callahan Jarvis lane 2. Landon Domres lane 3. Keegan Mason lane 4. John Ronigan lane 5. Brandon Shabbat lane 6. Keaton Chase lane 7. Yeah, it looks like John Ronigan from Century is going to have a lead here in Heat 2. Maybe Keaton Chase, maybe Landon Domres will be second, and it'll be Domres in second. Chase in third, Jarvis in fourth, Mason fifth, Balkowicz sixth. John Ronigan looking for a 106.19, going to be just a little off of that for a state qualifying time. Domres and Chase for Century in lane 3 and lane 7, battling it out for second. Ronigan is going to touch at about 112. It's about right at his seed time. Keaton Chase from Century is going to get second. Domres will touch third. Keegan Mason fourth. Brandon Shabbat was fifth, I believe. We'll get that sorted out. A couple soft touches there. And now the final heat of the 100 back. William Carlson in lane 1, Jamison Donahoe lane 2, Daniel Walker Century lane 3, Carlson and Century, Jamison Donahoe Minot. Carter Larson in lane 4 for Minot, Noah Hugritz Century in lane 5, Caden Dodds Minot in lane 6, David Grunsky Century in lane 7, and Tyler Burns Minot in lane 8. Second heat of the 100 back is off. Check that, third and final heat of the 100 back is off. Carlson, Donahoe, Walker, Larson, Hugrit, Dodds, Grunsky, and Burns, top of the screen to the bottom. It's going to be Carter Larson powering his way to a lead here at the halfway point for Minot High School. Carter Larson, the sophomore. Be Noah Hugrit in second for the Patriots. Right behind him is Caden Dodds. Jamison Donahoe in fourth. Daniel Walker coming on strong in lane 3. Carter Larson's going to win the 100 back today at the Century Minot Duel, and he's going to win it going away. Carter Larson will touch about 58. Second place will be Noah Hugrit for the Patriots. Third will go to Caden Dodds from Minot. Fourth, Jamison Donahoe Minot. Fifth, David Grunsky Century. Sixth, William Carlson Century. Seventh, Daniel Walker Century. And eighth, Tyler Burns from Minot High School. Carter Larson, your winner today of the 100 back. Now we get to the 100 breast. Connor Har, your defending state champion from Davies. Best WDA time this year. Paradorn Rundgren, who will be swimming this event, the 100 breast. WDA record is Matthew Lowe from Minot High School. And the state record, Jaden Porter from Century High School back in 2019 with a 55.59. Heat 1 of the 100 breast. And heat 1 of the 100 breast is in the water. This event brought to you today by Serve Pro. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro bringing you the 100 breast today. Heat 1 in the water, Mason Cook from Century in lane 1. Minot's Landon Shaw in lane 2. Caleb Clark, Century in lane 3. Justin Moldenauer, Minot, lane 4. Aiden Weigum, Century, lane 5. Lane 6 is Alex Ricks from Minot. Gabe Dorman in lane 7. Moldenauer will turn first. Ricks behind him. Weigum in 3rd. Dorman 4th. Clark 5th. Mason Cook 6th. Landon Shaw in 7th. Heat 1 of the 100 breast. We mentioned the guys that are going to be in Heat 2 upcoming. You got Paradorn Rungan, I beg your pardon, he's got the fastest time in the state this year, and you got Bo Zander from Century, who was the state champion this event back in 2021. Rungan, a two-time All-WDA performer and a second-team All-Stater in 2021 and a first-team All-Stater in 2022. Moldenauer touches first in Heat 1. Alex Ricks from Minot in 2nd. Aiden Weigum, Century 3rd. Caleb Clark 4th. Gabe Dorheim 5th. And it's going to be Mason Cook in 6th. And Landon Shaw will round out the field here in Heat 1 of the 100 breast. Heat 2 of the 100 breast upcoming. Kyan Knutson will be in lane 1 from Century. Benjamin Harris and Minot in lane 2. Luke Domres, Century, lane 3. Paradorn Rungan from Minot in lane 4. Bo Zander in lane 5. Logan Hill, Minot, lane 6. Logan Vesey, Century, lane 7. And Otto Williamson from Minot rounds out Heat 2 upcoming here of the 100 breast. Second and final heat of the 100 breast, and then we just got 2 heats of the 400 freestyle relay, and we will bid you adieu after our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-meet today. And it looks like Bo Zander from Central will be a scratch in lane 5 today. Heat 2 of the 100 breast in the water. Kyan Knutson lane 1. Ben Harris in lane 2. Luke Domres lane 3. Paradorn Rungan in lane 4. Logan Hill lane 6. Logan Vesey lane 7. And Otto Williamson lane 8. Rungan with the lead with Logan Hill right on his hip. Rungan first, Hill second, Domres third, Harris Minot 4th. Vesey 5th, Williamson 6th, Knutson 7th. And here comes the final 25 for Paradorn Rungan. Had a time of 1 minute, 49 seconds coming in, and he's just going to be on top of that a little bit, as he will touch and win the 100 breast today. Logan Hill second from Minot High School. Looks like Luke Domres from Central will be third. Rungan's time of 1:01.45. Hill right behind him at 1:02.36. Domres 1:09.84 at third. Benjamin Harris 4th. Logan Vesey 5th. Kyan Knutson 6th. And Otto Williamson for Minot 7th. As Paradorn Rungan wins the 100 breast today, followed by Logan Hill and Domres of Century. All right, your final event of the day, the 400 freestyle relay. 2 heats of this. Defending state champion Minot High School, Schaefer, Barch, King, Rinke. Best time in the WDA this season is Bismarck High School. Nelson, Zadie, Wick, and Steichen. WDA record, Minot last year, and the state record set by Schaefer, Barch, King, and Rinke last year as well. Heat 1 of the 400 freestyle relay is in the water. Lanes 3, 4, and 5, Minot F, Minot E, and Century E. Keegan Mason in lane 3 for the Magi. Brandon Shabbat in lane 4 for Minot High. Jacob Johnner from Century in lane 5. Down and back a couple times for each of these swimmers in the 100 leg that they have in the 400 free relay. Shabbat will come to the line first, and he will tag it off for Rodrigo Ramirez. In lane 3, Keegan Mason will give it off to Parker Arms. And in lane 5, Jacob Johnner will give it away to Jack Ellsbury. Second legs are in the water, heat 1 of the 400 freestyle relay. And here's your results of the 500 free. First place, Alex King, 5:17. Second place, Cole Vesey. Third, Jackson Dodds. Vesey from Century, Dodds from Minot. Fourth was Logan Vesey. And fifth was Alex Vecchio from Minot High School. 200-yard freestyle relay. Minot High School wins the 200 freestyle relay today. Matt Bone, Ryan Hubbard, Jackson Rinke, and Alex King with a 1:31.12. And coming to the wall here, the second leg of the 100 free, Rodrigo Ramirez in lane 4 will hand it off to Callahan Jarvis. Minot High's E relay has the lead. Jack Ellsbury will tag it up on the exchange to Hudson Balkowicz for Century, and Parker Arms gives it to Landon Shaw for Minot in lane 3. Results of the 100 back, Daniel Walker in 6th for Century, David Grunsky 5th for Century, Jamison Donahoe 4th for Minot High School, Caden Dodds 3rd for Minot, 2nd was Noah Hugrit from Century, and your winner of the 100 backstroke today from Minot High School, time of 58:57, Carter Larson. 100 breast, 5th place Logan Vesey from Century, 4th place Benjamin Harris from Minot, 3rd place Luke Domres Century, 2nd Logan Hill Minot, and Paradorn Rungen with a time of 1:01.45 wins the 100 breast today. 4th leg is in the water in lane 4 for Minot High School. That's Caden Bray. And finishing up their legs are Hudson Balkowicz and Landon Shaw for Century and Minot respectively. And in the water for Century's Mason Cook. And in for Minot High School is Tyler Burns. As you look ahead to Heat 2, your A teams, Jackson Rinke, Ryan Hubbard, Paradorn Rungen, and Alex King from Minot High School. Century's A team today will be Daniel Walker, Isaac Valley, Luke Domres, and Benjamin Schaff. Now those two teams separated by about 5 seconds in their seed times, so Minot High would be the favorite. As Minot High wins Heat 1 here as Caden Bray brings it home, and the touches at 4:20.24. Good battle for second in this heat. Mason Cook looks like he's got about an arm's length lead over Tyler Burns. Well, maybe not. As Cook, it's close. Cook will touch. Second place for Century. Right behind him was Tyler Burns for Minot High School. All right, they're congregated in the starting blocks. Final event of the day. Heat 2 of the 400 freestyle relay. Century D in lane 1, Minot C in lane 2, Century B in lane 3, Minot A in lane 4, Century A in lane 5, Minot B in lane 6, Century and C in lane 7, and Minot D in lane 8. Asher Nodland swimming right now in lane 1 for Century. Alex Vecchio in lane 2 for Minot. Landon Domres in lane 3 for Century. Jackson Rinke leading it off for Minot in lane 4. Daniel Walker in lane 5. Carter Larson in lane 6. Eli Chumley lane 7. Justin Moldenauer in lane 8. Jackson Rinke will have a lead over Daniel Walker. In the middle of the pool. As here comes Daniel Walker. And Jackson Rinke with the lead, Walker behind him. Into the water for Minot goes Ryan Hubbard. Isaac Valley enters for Century. Third place for Minot, Jackson Dodds goes into the water. Century in fourth has John Ronigan entering. Fifth place was Caden Dodds into the water. Sam Wiederholt enters in lane 7. Otto Williamson in lane 8. Jacob Dorheim in lane 1. As Minot High has about a couple body length lead here as Hubbard and Isaac Valley, the A teams for their respective squads. Century's in third, Minot fourth. Minot fifth, Century's in sixth. Minot D in seventh at the bottom of your screen, top of your screen, Century D in eighth. And here's swimmer 3 into the water, Parador and Rongan for the Magi. Luke Domres enters for Century in lane 5. Century in third in lane 3. And in there for the Patriots is Andrew Edlin. In lane 1, it'll be David Grunsky next. Jamison Donahoe in lane 2 for Minot. Levi Von Bolkern in lane 6 for Minot. William Carlson for Century in lane 7. And Brian Sherlock in lane 8 for the Magi. Final 25 upcoming here for Rundgren and Domres. Rundgren with a couple body length lead over Century. And Rundgren will touch and send Alex King into the water for the Magi. Century will touch. Domres hits the wall. Benjamin Schaff is in the water. Third place finishing up is Century in lane 3, and into the water for the Patriots goes Gabe Dorheim. Minot High's Logan Hill enters in lane 6. In lane 8 is Isaiah Barthneck. Noah Hogrid in lane 7. Derek Oswald for the Magi in lane 2, and Caleb Clark in lane 1 for the Patriots. Alex King still with a couple body length lead. That's about a half of a pool length lead for Minot High School. As here comes King to the wall. Ben Schaff behind him by a couple body lengths. King will touch. Minot High gets first. Century takes second. Minot with a time of 3:21.81. Just a little bit better than their seed time coming in. Century with a 3:25. Third place, looks like it'll be Minot. Nice leg there in the anchor for Logan Hill. Fourth is Century, as Gabe Dorman touches. Here comes fifth place for the Patriots. Noah Hugrit will touch in fifth for Century. Sixth place up in lane 2 is Derek Oswald. And finishing up in lane 8 will be Isaiah Barthneck. And closing it out in lane 1 for the Patriots is Caleb Clark. All right, swim and dive fans, our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-meet comes up next. We'll hand out our MVP of the meet today. We'll bring you our move of the meet, brought to you respectively by Sport Clips and Jobbers. We'll do that. After this timeout, we'll also have a look at our upcoming schedule and a final score tally today from the Century duel here against Minot High School. Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
It's time for the Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Now for a look at game stats and analysis. Let's go to the postgame show.
Oh, here we go. Where? They get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises right wing 3. Bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer. Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Now we're back on our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. We're going to drop those scores out of there. Those are not official, as we will get those in just a moment, and we'll update those. Oh, matter of fact, speak of the meet right there. As we do indeed have a final today. Minot's going to win it. And they finish the day with 126. And the Century Patriots, as Minot will stay undefeated in dual action. Minot's going to win this one 126-59 over the Century Patriots. There's your final in today's duel. And we welcome you to our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Now, we mentioned the next action for these two squads will be on Saturday. at the Mandan Invite Saturday, February 11th, and they're closing in on the WDA conference meet, which will be Saturday, February 25th in Williston, and the State Swim and Dive right back here at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Prelims on Friday, March 3rd, and finals on Saturday, March 4th. All right, a couple things to do here as part of our post game. First off, give you our move of the meet. Today's move of the meet brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Well, you had a 5-time state champion today for Minot High School, the senior Jackson Rinke. He had the fastest time in the 100 fly coming in, and he bettered it by about a half a second. Got into the 52s, did Jackson Rinke today. Let me get you that exact time, as I got to get the right sheet in front of me here. Is Jackson Rinke 52.83 today as he wins the 100 fly, and that is your Jobbers move of the game. Jobbers focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Oh, by the way, Jackson Rinke part of 2 relay championships today as well. Jackson Rinke's move in the 100 fly is your move of the game today. Here's a quick look at our upcoming schedule, as that is not the right schedule. I apologize for that. As I'm going to just switch over here real quick. There's your correct schedule. Of course, you got District 12 basketball, girls basketball action, as it's already postseason time in hoops. Friday and Saturday as well for the semifinals and the championship and region qualifying games on Saturday from District 12 in Minot. And tomorrow night, you have got Century hosting Legacy in a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. There's your upcoming schedule on the PSP network. All right, back to our post game, and last thing we have to do here is give you our MVP of the meet today, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips keeps you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Might add a couple double winners today. Jackson Rinke was one of them. And your other one was none other than Alex King. And he is your MVP of the meet today. Alex will go back to a double winner today. In the 200 free, Alex touches first in 1:49.66, as he had the fastest time in the state coming in the 200 free. And Alex also won the 500 free today, as he was just kind of in cruise control in the 500, as he won that one kind of wire to wire with a 5:17.73. Alex King, the senior for Minot High School, is your Sport Clips MVP of the meet today. Nothing comes close to making you feel like the MVP, like that experience at Sport Clips. Today's Sport Clips meet MVP is the senior from Minot High School, Alex King. All right, swim and dive fans, that'll put a wrap on the action today. As a big thanks to all of the sponsors who you saw throughout the course of this broadcast that bring you this and make it possible. BNC Bank brought you the score and the live scoring today. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Pregame, as always, brought to you by Shields, Hub International, Serve Pro, and Premier Chiropractic brought you all of the 12 events today during the broadcast. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, as always, bringing you our post game, and our player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips, who is Alex King today, and your move of the game was Jackson Rinke today for Minot High School with his time in the 100 fly. Thanks to all of those sponsors and everyone for helping PSP bring you this event today. Final score, 126-59. Minot High wins the Century duel here, and they head into the later stages of February here on a high note. Minot has not tasted defeat this year, and they are the undoubted favorites as we get to the WDA and the state swimming meet here at the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Todd Domres saying so long from the Bismarck Aquatic Center. Thanks for joining us. Drive safe and enjoy the nice weather out there, folks. Good night from the Bismarck Aquatic Center.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Whether you're looking for a full-service...
Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an egg.